Hi, welcome to Detroit Comics Tips and Picks and Shop Talk. I'm Lee Gaddis.
I'm Miles Van Meter.
What do you got for us today, Miles?
Today I have Jughead number 4. I really like Erica Henderson's art on this and Chip Zdarsky's story. It's just another classic tale of Jughead doing some daydreaming, and he becomes a pirate in this one. But I think Erica Henderson's art is great. I think it's a really fun book, and that's my pick of the week.
All right. It being Valentine's weekend, I'm going with Nova number 4, a story of young love between a father and his son. We have here Nova is being schooled by his dad, so it's a little male bonding thing for the issue. So a really nice father-son story with Nova, and he's accompanied by Spider-Man and Miss Marvel. So there's that.
Yeah, I've noticed that they're trying to make Nova and Miss Marvel a thing.
Yeah, I like the rehash of the 1964 Fantastic Four cover.
It's a classic cover.
Yeah, it's a classic cover.
I mean, it's been
redone a million times.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a little nod to Marvel's past that they're not trying to run away from. I like that. Whenever they bring that back up for the kiddies nowadays. So what's going on in the shop?
In the shop. Well, we have lots of Deadpool comics to promote the new movie that just came out, and I saw the movie.
What'd you think?
Did you see it?
I've seen it.
Oh yeah, I thought it was great. I think the jokes were nonstop from start to finish, and I think they were all sharp. They gave you like that punch. They never let up on that.
Nope.
It was just really entertaining, really fun. The plot isn't anything special, but it doesn't matter because they just keep it rolling. They just keep everything going. It's probably the best use of breaking the fourth wall that I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah, I don't really know that many movies that have had, except maybe Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off is a classic example, and they pay homage to it in the movie. But, often they do it in TV shows and movies from time to time. But this, they really hit you with it. It gets really meta. They poke fun at the studio.
They make fun of Green Lantern.
It's almost like watching, just like a cartoon.
Yeah, it's it does remind me of like the maybe the Teen Titans Go type cartoon where they do a lot of that.
Yeah, it's a lot of that, poking fun at itself, poking fun at the X-Men franchise that Deadpool belongs to. It's a whole lot of that, but it's obviously not for kids because
it deserved its R rating.
Yeah, it's a hard R.
It's a hard R, guys.
It's a hard R.
Don't take your kids in to see this. If you want to traumatize them for life,
right?
But Dad, I want to go see this superhero movie.
You will get a lot of looks from
adults.
Adults who do not they do not agree with you taking your child if you do that. So,
don't do it.
So yeah, prepare for that if that's what you plan on doing.
Go on a matinee.
Right.
Yeah. So they got the Deadpool time. What other movies we got coming out from?
Well, we have the Batman Superman next month. And
next
that's
month.
They finally released the full trailer.
The final
full trailer, and I think people are a lot happier about it.
Yeah, that Doomsday one was a waste of time. They never should have released that one.
Right. It was obviously pushed after the Civil War trailer came out, and
they panicked. They heard footsteps.
Exactly. And then we also had the Daredevil TV show season 2 coming out.
Starts back up,
and I think that's going to be another huge hit for Marvel, because they've done so well with their Netflix properties so far. I heard Agent Carter is being canceled from ABC.
No, I like Agent Carter.
Yeah, that one's getting...
Dark Matter, Madam Mask?
Getting the chopping block, yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Stop it, Marvel. That's a good show. Man.
But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still going to stick around, I guess.
Well, Agent Carter is a limited production anyway. They can't...
I think they had planned on kind of keeping it going, maybe.
Up until the 1960s. So if each season was a 10-year block of time,
right?
The 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, then it's done.
Yeah, they could easily, just age her a little bit, like here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple. And then they could bring it up into a more modern time period. Because I know the cost of shooting in the 1940s is really expensive, making it look like that.
I think Haley Atwell, I think she will return as Agent Carter, from time to time throughout all these
flashbacks.
Marvel, flashbacks and, her at different ages as they showed her in Ant-Man. She has a small part in Ant-Man.
And that was in the 1960s?
It was the 80s. Yeah, but
was it the 80s?
It was 1988, 89, something like that.
I thought it was the 60s or something.
Well, I don't know. It's whatever.
So it's anyway, because he was
Ant-Man in his heyday is 60s, but then Michael Douglas is a little bit older in the 80s when they do the flashback at the beginning of the movie.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're the Russian missiles.
Yeah, it's during like the Cold War.
Yeah, the
stuff,
Cold War era. Yeah. So that could be any time between 1964 and
Yeah.
1988.
But yeah, like I said, I don't think this is the last we'll see of Agent Carter, but
Mhm.
it's unfortunate that
Flash is still good.
the Flash is great. I love it. I wish the comics were better.
So isn't it weird that the TV show is good and the comic books aren't?
Yeah,
As
it's,
good?
the Flash comic, it's all right. It's
What
cool.
about Supergirl?
Supergirl?
Comics good?
I don't read the comic at all.
He doesn't read the
I don't read the comic.
But you
I'm
do watch
sorry.
the TV show?
Actually, don't watch the TV show either.
Okay, so Supergirl's off his
I
list.
heard it's all right though. I heard it's okay. But there's going to be this.
I didn't really like it until like the 4th episode.
There's going to be the Supergirl Flash crossover, and a lot of people. I think what's keeping the Flash relevant is like all this time travel stuff and all the
Alternate Earth?
jumping to alternate Earths.
Multiverse.
Like they're we've been introduced to Earth
DC,
to.
take a lesson from this.
You mean Marvel, or you mean the comics?
Yeah, the
DC
comics
right.
need to take a lesson from this.
Right, it's like for the longest time they've been trying to
Deny the
eliminate
multiverse.
it.
Oh, we
Yeah.
don't want the multiverse. It's too confusing for the fans.
Right.
Well, the fans are more
But
more
it's
sophisticated than you give them credit for.
Who knew that is what would save
Save
them?
the Flash, yeah.
They're starting to do it with the comics. Like Grant Morrison's Multiversity last year I thought was really cool and did not get enough attention.
So what's the scuttlebutt on the DC reboot?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I know Starfire is getting canceled. I assume that she will move to
Grayson?
the Titans book. I heard Grayson's getting canceled.
Oh.
I think Midnighter is getting canceled. A lot of these solo books where they can easily take these characters and throw them into a team thing. Who knows? Maybe the Authority comes back. That would be really cool if they got like a high concept, top-notch writer on the book. But yeah, aside from that, like I'm not sure exactly. They haven't made a full list of what's being canceled. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
and how could people commit to any book in continuity when at any moment DC could just throw it out the window?
Right. Yeah. No. It's hard to. I mean, there's obviously the certain books like Gotham by Midnight was just canceled, and I thought that was an all right book. It just wrapped up a few
So
months ago.
DC should make the New 52 a pocket universe, and then
Yeah.
go back to the main continuity.
Dr. Fate, I heard, is another one that's on the chopping block, which is unfortunate
They've never
because
been
I
able to
thought
do
that
anything with
was.
Dr. Fate.
I thought the new Dr. Fate was a breath of fresh air for DC books, but apparently among people, DC readers, DC Comics readers, they're not into it. But that's which I think is really unfortunate. I don't know if it's a case of DC not pushing that book enough, or if it's a case of just it not being part of the DC fan base, like the quality of comic that they want.
And there's no other support. There's no other medium supporting it. He's not in the TV show. He hasn't been in anything since Smallville.
Right there. Well, there was some sort of. I believe that there was a Dr. Fate Easter egg in the Constantine TV show, but that was canceled.
So there's that.
Yeah.
So that happened.
But then Constantine appeared in the Arrow TV show.
So they ought to go immediately to a Dr. Fate movie to go up against the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, I mean it's probably too late. Like
Doctor Fate, Doctor Strange, Doctor Who.
Doctor Strange comes out later this year, so I think Doctor Fate they would be a little bit behind on that. But there has been rumors for like a year and some change about DC getting Guillermo del Toro to helm a Justice League Dark film, which would
I've heard that for a while, but he's
Yeah.
not budging on it.
Yeah, you would have Deadman, Constantine, Dr. Fate, a lot of these guys involved, but
Right.
um,
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad that comes out in late August.
So what do you guys think about
It's a
this
little
trend of villains becoming heroes? Because Legends of Tomorrow has 2 villains in it.
Yeah, right.
Saving the world. They're villains. They're not supposed to be
But
saving the world.
I think it makes the team thing really it really
Gives tension.
Yeah, it helps the team. Yeah, you have tension and you have like all these different characters who have different goals. They have different reasons why they joined a team. And Captain Cold, he's obviously in it for the money, as he always has been.
Yeah.
And he's there's one in one of the episodes, the Atom finds Captain Cold trying to steal some artifacts from the 1970s, and he's like, you can't do that. You'll mess up the
timeline.
future.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You will. Yeah, this is, and it's wrong. It's morally wrong. But so you see this conflict between those two characters, and I think that's
That's
really
the value of
interesting.
having
Yeah,
villains in
yeah.
your hero team.
Right. But you know what else I think is I think we're also getting to a point where I feel like a lot of people are waiting for this superhero bubble to pop. and I honestly don't see it happening.
I'm really starting to enjoy it. Why would I wait for it to pop?
Exactly. I think
Yeah.
it's great. And Quentin Tarantino has come out and said like that he really likes these movies and he thinks they're awesome, and he would have done a superhero movie back in the day had like there
quality
been
been
the had the the opportunity arisen, but no one ever wanted to make a superhero movie. But
Well,
now
he's rich enough now; he could do it.
now they're a huge thing. Yeah, it's like there's so many comics that you could base movies off of. You could create your own superhero movie. We've seen that. We
Kick-Ass.
well, Kick-Ass is also based on a comic, but
Well,
aren't
most superheroes movies
Yeah.
based on comics?
most are. Yeah, I mean you have a handful that aren't, but it's cool to see. It's cool to see movies create their own thing or do something a little bit different. But yeah, I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Variety or Wall Street
Journal.
Wall Street Journal. Somebody over the past week they had a sarcastic headline about Deadpool being so well, and they poked fun that everyone thought that Deadpool was going to be the movie where they put all this marketing into it and it didn't do well. However, it totally proved them wrong. It's an R-rated film that is breaking records for being like an R-rated film, like its opening weekend,
yeah.
and it's it's doing all sorts of things.
R-rated film in the superhero genre
Right.
and making bank.
Yeah, and it's doing really well. And I think it's really funny that you can it was Forbes. Forbes said it. Yeah, check out the Forbes article because they have this very
Wall Street guys
sarcastic
know
headline.
nothing.
Well, no. Forbes they made this sarcastic headline like everybody they were making fun of everybody that doubted a superhero movie doing.
Oh, did they? Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
No,
Way to go, Forbes.
Yeah, Forbes was all on. They were on board, So I think that's really cool. And but like I said, like I think the superhero stuff it's already cemented in, and I think people love it. And people are seeing things that they've never seen before.
Yeah.
On the silver screen and on TV, and I think that's awesome.
So all those kids that beat you up in school, you now feel vindicated.
No, not yet.
Not yet?
No, not yet.
Billions of dollars later? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
So, all right, so there's that. So tonight is who's your favorite doctor?
And what does he do?
And what does he do? And do you think that there's a future for more R-rated superhero movies?
Of course. Yeah, it's going to happen.
I'm Lee Gaddis,
I'm Miles Van Meter.
and this is Detroit Comic Shop Talk.